Okay, this video is all about setting up your workstation for your printmaking. So we're going to go through the list of supplies and we're going to talk about where everything needs to go and how we're going to use them. So the first thing you're going to use that I gave you is your brown paper, and you're going to lay your brown paper down on your table. Okay. The next thing you're going to need is, let's see, your box top that you have. Okay, mine was bigger, so I just cut it down a little bit. So we have a box top, and with the box top, you're going to need these two paper strips that were in there. They're paper clipped together. They go in there. A glue stick. I didn't put this in there, but maybe a little tape, if you have some, could help. Let me see, your ink. You're going to put your ink here and here. Let's open this one. I'm going to start with the black ink when I go to do my work. I have them or the little cups of the ink will stain whatever you get it on. It is a water-soluble ink, but it will still stain everything. So just be very careful. Don't let other smaller siblings play around with it, and do not leave it out. It will dry out also. So the other thing is the trays, your foam trays, your rollers, and your popsicle sticks. The popsicle sticks are to help scoop the ink out of the containers, so that goes there as well. And then of course you're going to need your print that you cut out, and last but not least, paper that I gave you. So I gave you like a stack of thinner paper, and those are the ones you're going to use for your first prints. And then I gave you a stack of some thick black and thick white paper too to print on. I gave you probably more paint, more ink colors also than you asked for, because I want you to be able to play around and come up with some good color combinations and ideas. The next thing that I'm going to show you too is how to make the register for your printing. I'm going to do a little different than what we do if it was in class. And what you're going to do is use your box and these white strips. So this register is basically a tool that we use to make sure that we're making a print in the middle of the paper. Now I measured all the paper and I cut it properly so that it should make a nice 1-inch border around your cut here, your linoleum cut. All right, so if it was centered, it'd have a nice beautiful 1-inch border at least. So the way we help line that up is these are 1-inch strips that I put in your container. We're gonna glue these to the bottom corner of one of the sides of the box, like so. There we go, so you can see that right there. We're gonna glue them right there, flat up against the side wall. Okay, and then this is gonna help us create a even register so that we can print in the center of our page. So what I'm going to do is take my glue stick, and I'm going to glue the backs of both of these strips. You can use tape too, and I'm going to show you what to do with the tape also if you are, trying to do this in a faster pace. So I'm going to line this first one up in the bottom corner against that back wall there and press it down. That should glue dry enough, quick enough. And then I'm gluing the other one on top, just like this. So see, they overlap in the corner, and make sure it's against this wall here, and you're going to press it down. Okay, so that makes that register. When we go to print, you're going to ink this, and you're going to slide it right up against that edge. Okay, so that's why we're making this register, so that we can print. And then when you go to put the paper over top, you push it against, you line it up against the edges of the box, drop it down on top of your print, and then you can just rub your print. And that's how we're going to transfer that ink onto the paper in an even border. Okay, so this might take a couple seconds to dry. If you want to use a little tape, you can tape it down as well, just to make sure they don't move while we're printing. That's fine as well. So just make sure you tape on the sides, not where we're putting the actual linoleum cut. So I can add a little tape to secure it down. Not needed though. The glue should do the job. And if you're careful and you take your time, everything should turn out accurate. All right, so we have the register made. We have our block here. We have our roller, our foam trays, ink and popsicle sticks, and then paper over here on the side. And then the last thing you need is probably a paper towel to wipe things off. So this is gonna get a little messy, so make sure you're not wearing any clothes that you don't wanna get stains on. Make sure that you have a nice clean surface area to work, and you have a sink nearby as well. All right?